Hey Adam, how's it going? This is Ashley. This is the video that I was telling you a little bit about. I'm excited to be able to make this video for you and kind of show you everything that I found and doing some research and really just break it all down for you. I'm going to make this video as short as I can, but there's going to be a lot of information that I provide to you. So if at the end of it, once you're finished watching this video, just reach out. I'd love to talk some more. Whatever way is easiest for you. I'm going to provide you my cell phone, my email, and so on and so forth. So whatever way works best, works for me as well. So I will start with just a little bit of general information that I tell every business owner, and then I'll kind of, ease on into it. So first things first, when it comes to having a website, it's all about how user-friendly that site is, how easy it is to navigate that site, and to be able to cater to different types of people coming to your website. And what I mean when I say that is when somebody comes to your site, they're not wanting to have to scroll through your entire site just to see what, one, services you have to offer, two, what areas you offer those services in, if you're local to them or not, if you travel, so on and so forth. So what we like to do, and I'll show you here in a little bit in one of our clients' websites that we've made, in what we call the header of the website, we like to have the services that are in a drop-down menu with all the services listed, and the same thing with all the different areas or locations that you're willing to travel to. We like having all those in drop-down menus as well. And what that does is it just makes your site that much more user-friendly, because when somebody comes to your site, if they have to, click on your services tab and then read all through and see what type of services you offer, rather than just being able to hover and be like, okay, yep, they offer what I need. What they're going to do if you don't have that is go right back to Google and go to the next person who does. So now you're missing out on business by not having a user-friendly website. So we definitely don't want that. So what I would recommend for you, based on, just what we see that works, is I would definitely recommend having your services tab in a drop-down menu with all the different services as well as your different locations. The next thing is different ways for people to get a hold of you for the services you're offering. So some people, they're going to come to your site and they're going to look for your cell phone number. They're going to click call and that's it. Other people, they don't want to talk on the phone. They might be late. They might be at work still, whatever the case may be. So we need to make sure that we have different options for people to get a hold of you for your services that you're offering. So what we find in high-ranking websites is they actually have a click-to-call phone number right from the start of the website, as well as a form submission option, again, right from the start of the site without them having to scroll. And what we find with that is, again, it makes your site that much more user-friendly, but now people have different ways to get a hold of you, as well as both of those options are great for client conversion. So I would definitely recommend those for you. Now the next thing I want to go over is your content. Now when it comes to content, in order to be considered an authority in the eyes of Google, you need a minimum of 1,500 words. And that's not just any old written content, that's professionally written, keyword-rich, authoritative content. So again, to kind of break that down for you, if we were to start working together, what we would do is we'd go do competitive keyword research. And based on that, we'd find the keywords that we know are going to bring you and your company more business. We send those keywords out to our professional content writers, and they strategically embed those keywords throughout the content that they're writing about you, about the services that you have to offer, and so on and so forth. And I'll show you some of those keywords here in a little bit, but those keywords are so very important because they are what people are typing in Google to find the services that you offer. So one, if you don't have any keywords at all, or two, if you don't have the correct keywords, nobody's going to know that you exist. And again, that's a problem because you're missing out on business. So looking through on your guys' homepage, I already looked through it earlier. You guys don't have enough in order to be considered an authority. Like all this right here, we'd consider content, but you definitely don't have enough. So what we'd want to do is we'd definitely want to go and get more content than what your competitor currently has. Because let's say we get you that minimum 1,500 words, but your competitor has 2,000 words, they're still outbeating you, even though they're also considered an authority because they're past the 1,500 mark. They now have more than you, so we need to go get more than them. So speaking of your competitor, I did a general search in the area, and mind you, I could have done many different searches. This is again just to give you an idea of the type of services that we have to offer and how we can help really elevate your business. So these guys from the organic section are one of your competitors. I'm going to show you guys how to beat them. If we take a look at their site, we can definitely tell that their site is a little bit further than where your guys' currently is. They have the click to call phone number right from the start. They have all of their services and drop down menus. They have more content than you guys. That's one of the reasons they're currently outranking you. So what we will do is we would go and get more content than what these guys currently have and get that placed on yours. And once we're doing that, we will at least be beating them out as far as content goes. So coming back here, I just want to break down Google for you based on the search that I did. So Google is broken down in a few different sections. The first section, as you can see, are the Google guaranteed ads. I'm not sure if you're aware of them, but real quick, I'll touch base to let you know that basically Google will guarantee the job up to a certain percentage in terms of money. Now the conversion rate for these are pretty high, and that's good for you guys because, as I'm sure you're well aware, most of the time when somebody's calling you, they're more prone to actually making a purchase from you. Now, if this is something that you guys were interested in or that we see fit down the road, then this is something that we would absolutely bring up to you guys. But as of right now, we haven't done enough research to know if you'd actually benefit from them. Same thing with the local ads. Now this section here is the Google My Business section, and this is a very important section to be in, as are all these spots in Google. So in order to get ranked in this area here, it requires a few different things. Some of those are reviews, some of those are citations, which is your business name, address, and phone number listed across the web in different directories, posting on your GMB listing weekly. There's a lot that goes into this area in order to get ranked, but it's a very important section to be in because just like with your website, how some people want to call, some people want to message, that's the same thing with Google. Some people come to Google and they strictly go to the Google guaranteed section. Other people strictly go to the Google My Business, and so on and so forth. So we need to make sure that we're covering all of our bases. Again, that way you have the highest potential to have somebody choose you. So what we'd want to do to get you ranked in this area, since you are currently not, is we would go and find out all the different citations that these guys have themselves listed in, go list you in all of those on top of 200 to 300 more, because whatever your competitor had to do, we have to do as well, and then some. Now I wanted to show you your GMB listing to show you that I would definitely also recommend for you to have your GMB listing optimized. As we want this to be filled out as thoroughly as possible. So we want all your services listed, you know, all your places that you're willing to travel to. We want to make sure that you're posting on your GMB listing weekly. We want to make sure that you're constantly uploading pictures. And it just definitely looks like this is not a main priority as of right now. Like if you look at this is one of our businesses that we work for. As you can see, you know, all their stuff is filled out. They're constantly getting posts added to their GMB. Pictures are constantly being added. Reviews are being sent out as reminders for people to, you know, fill them out, so on and so forth. So I would definitely recommend that for you as well. Now if we come back here, I'm going to move on down to this last section of Google, and this is the organic section. It directly deals with your website. Now, what it takes to get ranked in this area is by having the most relevant backlinks. So as I scroll through on this first page, we don't see your guys' website, which is where you want to be. So in order to get you here, we need to beat out your competition in every aspect possible. So what we do is we come to a paid resource that I pay monthly for, and we're currently looking at your stats. Now your UR is how trustworthy, legit Google looks at your site. This number goes all the way up to 100. You are currently rated a 1.2, which shows that Google does not have very much trust in your website right now. It can't figure out if you're a legit business or not. You might not have enough content. I know that's definitely one reason. There's a lot that goes into that, but we definitely want to work on those stats. And then the backlinks that you have 5 backlinks, but they're only giving you a rating of a 2, which again, this number goes all the way up to 100. That tells me the backlinks that you do have are spammy. They could be weak, not relevant, so on and so forth. That's why I said earlier, we want the most relevant backlinks for the most effectiveness. Now you're currently being found for 15 organic keywords, and from all of this, you're currently getting 13 people to your website each and every month. Now, Adam, I'm not saying that you're not getting business, because you can see that you're getting 13 people. What I'm saying is you are not getting nowhere near as much as you could be getting based on your competitors, and I'll show you that here in a minute. So if we take a look at exactly where you're getting your traffic from, it's from people typing in your own name, which tells me that's word of mouth traffic, which again, traffic is traffic, but we want to target the people who don't know about you, who are new to the area, so on and so forth. So let's come over and take a look at your competitor. So if we take a look at your competitor, we can see their UR, we can see their DR is definitely a lot higher. They're being found for 36 organic keywords, and they're getting 62 people to their site per month. Keep in mind, this is just one competitor. If we go back to Google and type in any other services you offer in any other area, you have completely different competitors, which I did here in a minute. So let me actually go back. So these are the keywords that they're being found for, and these are what we call buyer intent keywords. So this is 200 people going in Google looking for a furnace repair company in Columbus, Ohio, and currently you're not getting any traffic from these because you're not being found for these keywords. Now these keywords are not as simple as just having in your content like I was talking about earlier. We need to add power to the keywords that we want to be found for. That way they gain positions. That way you can get that traffic from the total search volume. So to show you some more of your competitors, like these guys you're missing out on 50 from. And then I just wanted to show you some regular organic buyer intent keywords. So 500 people typing in HVAC Columbus, Ohio, 150 people AC repair Columbus, Ohio. Like you can see all the people looking for the services that you have to offer, but as of right now, you're not being found for them. This is our client's website that we made. Granted, it is plumbing, but I just wanted to give you an idea. Click to call phone number, form submit, all the services and drop down menus with all the different services. Enough content in order to beat out our competition with the keywords that he wants to be found for in order to get the business. Our websites are built correctly from the platforms that they're built on. You do it once, you never have to do it again. And our websites are built correctly, and they're built to rank and bring in business. So that's all social media ads I create each and every week. But yeah, that's just a real quick, scroll through the site so you can have an idea. You see what you're currently getting versus what you could be getting just based off from, 2 of your competitors alone, and then all these beautiful keywords that are waiting for you, really. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions at all, please reach out. Again, I'd love to talk some more. There really is a lot of potential for you to take your business to the next level. All it takes is just you wanting to do it, because we handle the rest. So enjoy. I hope to hear from you soon, and have a great one. Bye, Adam.